What's up, Internet, and welcome to Face to Face Gaming Podcast, episode 28, I think. My name's Thompson.
I'm Brennan.
I'm Alex.
Cool. And this is going to be the last of this particular format.
I'm leaving. Welcome to a very special episode of Face to Face Gaming.
And I know we promised being drunk, but we're not.
It's fucking Sunday and we were up until 4.
Yeah,
Well, I was up until 4.
Yeah.
He slept through the wedding, and I don't know what you were doing.
If it's any consolation, I was
1:30.
drunk like 3 hours ago,
Yeah.
4 hours ago,
It'll do. It'll do.
not even like 6
Sunday
hours
fun
ago.
day.
Jesus, how is it 8 p.m. already? This is a terrible start to the podcast.
Fuck, like I care. Whatever. It's funny, I think. Anyway. Actually, last night I stayed up till 1:30 playing Payday 2.
Hot damn. Is that what you've been playing?
I have been playing. Segue. Yes. It came on sale, and all the DLC was on sale, so I bought it all. I think it's no longer on sale, though.
Oh,
Yeah. But check into it. It might be on sale until Monday.
What other?
I thought it was a midweek sale.
What other DLC did you need?
Big Bank and the Shotgun pack.
I like shotguns.
The Shotgun pack is cool. It's got a bunch of different... Well,
Shotguns?
yeah, it's got a bunch of different shotguns, for one. But, I mean... the new things that they're doing with their DLC is with their achievements, you unlock different parts of the gun. You don't actually have to go through the standard Bane system. But I think that just, like, it'll give you one, and then you have the opportunity to get more if you get multiples of that weapon or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying that, but shotguns weren't necessarily my thing for a long time in that game, just because a lot of the rifles, especially the Eagle Heavy and... Wow, what's my main right now? Commando, another DLC one. Yeah, just because it's like my detection level is 16, so
Fair enough.
not bad. But the big DLC that I'm, more interested in is aptly named the Big Bank.
It's a big bank.
It's a big bank.
It's a... No, that's a terrible joke. I'm going to stop that right now.
Yeah, you should. But anyway, it's got Gus Fring.
Guess what?
Gus Fring, Breaking Bad.
Oh, what?
So you haven't met the dentist yet, have you? I've got a video to show you after this.
In Payday?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I haven't played Paydo in months.
Okay, well, the dentist is the new contract giver person. And
That a scary Russian man?
no, he's not scary Russian at all.
Well, I mean, as opposed to scary Russian.
Oh, as opposed to, yes, Vlad, yes. He's kind of scary and psychotic. Somewhat Russian. I think he's Ukrainian, actually. Regardless,
people.
oh god, the dentist jobs are all big jobs.
Okay.
There's only one so far, being the Big Bank, but more will be released as time goes on, and every single one of them requires pre-planning. So you get to look at a giant bit of blueprint. Yeah. And you get so many favors. Like, so in the Big Bank, you get 10. And certain things cost so many different favors. Like, say, getting thermite will cost, I think it's 8. 8 out of 10. Anyway, the point is that you get to select all the different assets that you get across the level and where they will be. This leads from... like I said, thermite to get through into the giant vault, because the vault is huge, to escape routes that don't require backtracking all the way through the bank, to small things like being able to access certain cameras, you don't access the cameras, but they actually act as spotters for you.
Oh, cool.
Pretty useful.
Supply caches.
Yeah, supply caches. You can get a poisoned cake, and you can put it in the guard room so that you have less guards, because they're all pooping.
Or dead.
Depending
on the poison.
Probably pooping. Anyway, and yeah, just little things here and there that you can pick and make the mission different. And it's cool. It's hard. It's really hard. And it's large. Like, it's almost like one of those Battlefield missions where it's, you're going through steps of the level. So it's
yeah, Conquest.
Yeah. So it's like, the first area is the front of the bank. And like I said, it's massive. It's got two main stories. And then you've got the roof where you actually... Well, the main way to get into the safe is by a thing called... Oh, shit. I forgot what it's called already.
A door?
No, it's called, like, the Beast It is the beast. This is the drill required to get into the safe. However, the beast is located in a giant pig in a construction yard next door.
Pig? Like Oink Oink Pig?
Like Oink Oink Pig.
Okay.
And you use a crane, bring it over to the top of the church, or the bank. It's benevolent. It's the benevolent bank. It is very ritzy and grand.
It's actually called the Benevolent Bank?
The benevolent bank.
That's...
Just asking to be robbed.
Oh yeah, totally. So anyway,
Out of spite.
you drop the pig through the ceiling.
Benevolent bank is an oxymoron.
a little bit.
Just a little bit. Anyway, drop the bank through the ceiling, or the pig through the ceiling of the bank. Oh my god, words. Take all the parts through. There's a time lock area, so you have to get through that, and then you set up on the drill, and then like getting into the vault, because the vault is huge, and then backtracking, doing whatever you have to do on the way back.
What are you trying to get?
A lot of money.
Okay, just straight cash?
Cash, gold. There's a metric shit ton of deposit boxes that you could go through.
So it's like the other bank job, the smaller bank job, where...
But bigger.
Much bigger. You will probably be limited. Well, not limited, but you'll more likely focus the stuff on the tables, the cash, the gold, whatever that may be. And if you have someone with the saw, they might, spend some time and go through a few deposit boxes. But there's really no point, just because, well, one, you got cops up your ass. Second, like, there's just so many of them. You could be there all day.
Is there only one entrance?
To the bank?
Yeah, to the vault.
To the vault? Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, you could go to your heart's content, provided you have guys on guard, but once you have everything, how do you get out?
That is the next question, yeah.
So, there's various different ways. The default being go on the roof. The one that we used was we went through an elevator to a van that was down in the basement. And then I can't remember what the other two were, but they were, quicker and easier and, somewhat sneaky in some way, but...
It seems like it'd be a hard one to stealth.
It's possible.
Okay.
I haven't yet. I don't know when or if that will ever happen, but it seems to be pretty tough.
Theoretically possible?
Yeah, theoretically possible. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm not entirely certain it's worth the $7 price tag. But
Well,
with the promise of future content.
yeah, I was going to ask if the rest of the content is tied into this $7 buy-in. Then,
Yeah.
it's not too bad.
Well, and that's where the things come in. So the extra content is the breakout of the old Hoxton from Payday 1, who apparently was a British dude and never played Payday 1.
It sounds familiar. Sure.
Or Irish. I don't know. British or Irish, I don't know.
Anyway, bust him out.
Bust them out. Another one is robbing a casino in Las Vegas.
Nice.
Ocean's 11.
No, not really.
Well,
Ocean's 11's all about being smarter than the casino. This one's more about being more heavily armed than the casino.
I
well,
thought
there's a bit of
Ocean's
both.
11 was about throwing as many handsome actors at one movie and seeing what happened.
Well, that too.
well, the first one worked. I don't know about 12 or 13.
12 was all right.
It's got Clooney
I
in
don't
it.
think I've seen 13.
It's got Clooney in it.
Yeah.
He just goes, I'm George Clooney. Wink.
Also Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Same thing. Same thing. Anyway, aside from that, more Crusader Kings.
Fuck that game.
I know, but it's fun. It's really, 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 really intricate.
Yeah.
And you could absorb a lot of time if you want to, which we have and do. And there goes your phone.
It's making ding noises.
It made a ding
You
noise.
heard nothing.
Sink.
But yeah, conquered France.
Francia, or like the Empire of Francia, or just France?
Just France.
Oh, you suck.
I'm working on it. Why, have you?
I didn't get gifted the Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah, well,
I
cards were dealt.
I conquered Burgundy, and I started out with a shitty ass province in the mountains that sucked.
So did I. The Highlands of Scotland.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, look at that! You're the son of the son of the son. Have the Holy Roman Empire."
Yeah, and
Sorry,
I
is this a
married
Monty
well.
Python sketch?
Yes.
I married well. It worked.
Whatever.
That's what that game is all
That'd be
all
like-
about.
that'd be
Fighting
like-
and fucking.
Yeah.
I'd start out with Savoy
Oh,
and
like
somehow I'd find a nuke underneath a rock and conquer the world. That's how you pretty much got it handed
That
to you.
doesn't. No, that won't work at all.
The nuke was my father's penis.
Well, well, think about it. I mean, if you only have one nuke, unless you can bluff having more, nobody else is going to know what the hell a nuke does, so they're not going to be afraid of it. And after you use the nuke, you don't have a nuke.
That's a good point. You'd have to find 2.
Yeah, you need at least 2 nukes to make this work, really.
No, if you could have one nuke and then just have really, really good intrigue and diplomacy staff.
Well, if you have one nuke and no one can figure out that you do not have.
They just think it's all magic.
Yes, exactly.
No, just grab the nuke, go to the Vatican. Everybody knows the Vatican. Blow up Rome. And then the entire world would be like, shit, he blew up Rome. We should bow before him.
No, that would actually probably just have all the Catholics in the world come and try and kill you.
Yeah.
Which is all of Europe.
Most of the time, yeah.
most of it.
I mean, some southern parts of Spain are pretty heavily,
Islam, and then there's
Depending when you
there's
start.
Orthodox on the right.
and some Protestants on the east. Yeah,
No, it's all Catholic.
and I guess at this time
There's no
period,
Protestant.
not yet.
Not
no
yet.
Catholic
No
Reformation.
Reformation.
But there's the Orthodox.
You mean the Russians?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, there's Slavics and
Yeah.
and
The
then
Turks.
then you could get the Norse in there too, and
It's a bit late for the old gods at that point.
which reminds me, I want to get the old gods.
You should.
I have no time to get the old gods, but I really want the old gods. After you showed me that mod, the Shattered Earth mod, I want to play it, but I just don't have the time. Yeah. So maps.
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 And boots and cats.
Boots and kits.
Anyway,
Yes.
We're tired.
incredibly.
Yeah. I'm not too bad.
Great. I guess you're going to carry us then.
Okay. Games. Video games.
Have you been playing anything else?
I can't honestly think of anything else right now.
Cool.
Aside from more Clash of Clans because I joined you guys.
Yeah.
Sucker.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fun.
It was fun.
It's something to do for like a minute, and then I put it away, and then like 4 hours later, like
It's something to do to make sure you never have to spend any time alone in your head.
yep, pretty much, which I do often.
You don't want to spend time alone in your own head.
I don't want to be exposed to the crushing desolation that exists that I notice anytime I stop for a minute.
Should we put on our black makeup? Life is pointless.
Life is not pointless. It's just my life is pointless.
Oh.
Your life is fine.
My life is pointed. So what have you been playing?
I did play Crusader Kings. I had to quit after I conquered Burgundy. I just stopped playing because it was taking up way too much of my time.
Just had to stop.
Yeah, it was too much. I have to play games that I can just like go on for an hour and accomplish enough.
And Alex goes into making baking pancakes.
It's been stuck in my head.
I had to read your lips. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I know what's going on.
Anyway, more importantly, it pertains more to you than it does to me. He got in on the technical alpha of Heroes of the Storm.
Cool.
It's full of heroes. And
Yay.
at least one guy with a thunderstorm.
Neat.
No, well, Muradin throws storm bolts, and Falmir throws storm bolts. This is a hammer that goes and comes back like a boomerang.
Or Thor.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that sounds like Thor. That's been done.
He is riding on an eagle though.
Griffin.
Whatever. And he has a mohawk.
Faux hawk.
No, I think it's an actual
It's actually
mohawk.
a hawk.
Now we're arguing just for the sake of arguing.
Yes.
Good.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
It is awesome. That game is really fun.
Yeah.
I think you're enjoying yourself.
I am.
It'll be interesting to see the direction it takes.
How so?
Well, they used to have something called artifacts in the game. They were kind of like think runes in League.
Yep.
You got 3 slots. You can modify 3 stats. You can give yourself crit or lifesteal or whatever.
Yep.
But they were way too overpowered.
Oh.
So you could,
Unbalanced.
so you could
That's
end
an
up,
alpha.
yeah, you could end up with, like, take Jim Raynor. You know who Jim Raynor is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. He's a 2,000 gold character. Cheapest ones you can buy.
Wait, he's in the game?
Yeah.
Dude, of course he's in the game.
It's the Blizzard universe.
Holy shit!
You can play as Raynor and then shoot Arthas, Diablo, Kerrigan, and I don't know, Zeratul,
a Murloc?
and a Murloc. Yeah,
Fuck.
you should apply for the alpha. It's fun.
Apparently. Jesus.
It solves a lot of my problems that I had with League. But
Yeah.
anyway.
No, this the setup they had was for these artifacts. You'd get one at level 15, then you can unlock 2 more slots for gold, and then you could buy and upgrade these runes, as it were, for gold. So what people were doing was they'd farm up the gold, buy somebody cheap like Raynor, max out his crit and all sorts of other stuff, and then just face roll people.
Face roll.
I see.
So, which would be all right to do. But it
Which does
they
not make for a healthy game.
Yeah, they got a lot of complaints about it, so they pulled it entirely.
Wow.
At least for it's the alpha. Like,
Oh, of course. Yeah.
which, that's the good thing about Blizzard is it's alpha. It's still in playing. You play it just like you would any other game.
Yeah.
So
Just things change drastically every once in a while.
It's also not, feature complete or, there's going to be more guys, more maps.
yeah, ranks not open, custom games aren't open.
Yeah. So with that in mind, are they just retooling it or are they going to bring it back?
I don't know where it was at. I was meaning to look on the forums, but I haven't gotten around to checking.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just took it out, but it seems
Well,
like
I think they need to put something in to
its
help
place.
modify.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, you said it earlier today, but yeah, there's no real way to individualize or customize your character outside of the match itself. I mean, in League, you had your runes.
Your masteries.
Yeah. In Dota, I guess you don't really have anything, but it's
It's got the huge item setup though, right?
Yeah, and a crap ton of cosmetics.
Yeah.
Whereas this has skins, like 2 or 3 per hero,
Ish.
and
They have I like games that add the whole master skin, as it
Yeah.
were. Like Smite. If you max out your mastery, you can buy that badass black and gold shiny character for yourself, right?
Yeah.
So in this, if you reach
racist.
level 10 with your character, instead of, you get Arthas in his full,
Lich King garb.
Lich King gear. Yeah, so if you get him to 10, you can spend 10,000 gold. And now instead of just being like Lich King, he's got like big ass horns and spiky shoulder pads and he looks mean.
Like
Also,
me.
Yeah.
no,
I'm spiky. I just told you my life is pointed.
pointless.
I'm gonna hit him.
Pointless.
Can I hit him
Yes,
with
go
a
ahead.
weapon? Oh,
We don't have
yes.
to. I mean, beat him with a laptop. We don't need it.
We've been waiting for this for 28 episodes.
Not that laptop. I need that laptop.
No, we don't want to break the laptop.
Get the other laptop.
It's a nice laptop.
Yeah, we could get rid of that other laptop.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it for lack of anything better to do with it.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what else to do with it. It's definitely there.
All right. I don't know. That's my game. The last couple weeks, I had to build a deck.
Dick.
So my last weekend is completely gone. And I lost a couple days during the week finishing it up.
Fair enough.
So my gaming, I played a bunch of Crusader Kings at the start,
Yeah.
and I played some Heroes of the Storm. We played most of the afternoon. But anything else during the week or last weekend, nothing.
Fair enough.
Plus this whole moving bullshit.
I know it is bullshit, isn't it?
Moving is definitely a thing. Yeah.
Remember, I can start moving my shit in tomorrow-ish.
Oh, cool. Well,
So
like I said before, and I'll say again, and the podcast doesn't need to know us, but whatever. I can help if you want.
okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna call in some favors.
Okay, good. But only 10.
Only 10 favors?
Yeah.
Is it 10
You need
individual
thermite.
favors? Well, now that you mention it, I'm sure I could find a use for it.
I know a guy.
You do know a guy.
I know. So do you. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything else? You said you were.
I've got a few things I can talk about briefly. I'm kind of in the same boat as Brennan this week because, hey, I'm moving to Vancouver in a week, like the 23rd of August.
Which is right away.
6 days.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
According to
Actually,
when you
yeah.
see this.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
That
So,
is Yeah. So I've been kind of up to my eyeballs.
I'd say brows.
Okay.
Eyebrows?
I've been up to my balls. Wait.
Yeah,
That's not very high.
No. Well,
depends.
I got long legs and small balls.
Yes.
Anyway, I've not had a chance to game too much, and of course, now that I'm officially unemployed again, for the first time in a couple of years, sad day. I have all of this week. All of last week, all of the few days.
All of the time parallax thing.
Yeah.
There's some Doctor Who bullshit going on right now.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have all that time to play games and no venue to talk about them in.
Well, not until.
Not immediately.
We should have just cut out, like, can we have video edited him out and then just added him later? We could film him on Thursday.
We'll just sit here and be like,
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's interesting as hell, Civic.
Tell us more about that thing. We like that thing.
Well, do you like dancing?
Yes.
Do you like dungeons?
Yes.
Do you like shopping?
Sometimes.
Do you like it when there's singing in the shopping?
Depends. Is the singer very good at it?
Most of the time.
Oh, okay, then yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've been playing more Crypt.
If you haven't figured it out already.
Yeah. Basically, Crypt of the Necrodancer is kind of my go-to. I need to do something for the next 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes.
Which reminds me,
Yes.
Berkeley posted up a couple of lines. He used a maki or whatever and tinfoil and made a dance pad,
Jesus.
and it worked.
Well.
Well, it worked.
Okay.
I don't know. Like apparently the tinfoil is coming up now, but it worked for its purpose.
Fair enough. Okay, that's actually kind of cool.
I know.
I've done nothing nearly that intricate. I've been playing it on a keyboard with my fingers.
As you do.
That you built yourself.
Nope. Bought it off of... Actually, I bought it from Future Shop of all fucking places.
Well, what about your fingers? Did you build them?
No, my mother did that for me.
Oh, okay.
With a little bit of help from my dad. And possibly God if you swing that way.
No.
Yeah.
He's not responsible for the fingers, only the thumb.
Babe, man, that's important in our line of work.
Yeah. It's still good. I've more or less mastered Zone 1. I'm pretty good at Zone 2. And Zone 3 is still repeatedly kicking the shit out of me.
Yes. Well, I don't know if I could say that the ramp up between 2 and 3 is...
It's steep.
It's pretty steep.
Especially if you're going straight off from the menu, jumping to specific zones rather than going hardcore mode.
Yeah, if you're going hardcore mode, you have a chance because you'll have whatever upgrades and
gear.
abilities and most importantly, weapons that you're going to get from the first few levels.
Because jumping into Zone 3 with just a dagger, even with the added benefit of, 5 hearts or whatever, is still a really, really hard thing to manage.
Oh yeah, you can't attack shit. You can attack the slimes, you can attack the crushy things, maybe the dog things, and everything else is going to annihilate you.
Oh, you can get the I don't know, Ifrit and Shiva.
Yeah.
The fire element, the fire and water, ice elementals.
Yeah.
You can do those if you time it right, but yeah, it's a real
It's tough. It's tough.
tricky. So I've gotten to zone or level 3 a couple times with various degrees of success, often based upon having found a weapon very early in my run,
Naturally.
and not having found the boss immediately upon spawning, because that can happen a lot.
Yes, it can, especially in Zone
Roguelike.
3. Well, in Zone 1 and 2, like, it can happen, but it's not necessarily a big deal. In Zone 3, it's like, fuck. Run.
Everything is death.
So you haven't beaten Zone 3 yet?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
How close have you gotten?
I have.
I've died to the boss a couple times. That's because I only in the past few days really got the timing down for the red and blue dragons.
Fair enough. Well, blue dragons suck.
Yeah.
Red dragons you can deal with. It's kind of like left, up, then attack, and then down, right. Like
It's all based upon whether or not you can kind of single the boss or the dragons out.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you have anybody else around you.
that's when things can come. And the blue dragons, I cannot stand blue dragons.
No, it's the same basic pattern. I mean, just you need to be below it, and then time the step down, so that you can get attack, step down, attack, step down, attack. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tricky.
It is tricky.
So yeah, I'm still playing more of that. Still loving it. Still haven't tired of it at all. Doing more hardcore just because I kind of feel like it's, if not the way the game's meant to be played, then a really good way to play the game at least.
Oh, it's totally the way it's
Yeah.
meant to be played. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, it completely eliminates, half of the game with all the unlocks and persistence.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I'd say it eliminates the hearts. It eliminates the gold bonus.
Well, it eliminates everything you could use diamonds for.
Sure.
Which is, unlocking magic spells, unlocking, character upgrades and stuff.
But the weapons, the armors, the spells, the scrolls, those all carry over.
Yeah. No, I think those are just all available.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay. Cool. We'll have to ask Ryan about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still playing it. One of these days, I do plan on picking up the dance pad, that $300 piece of beauty. Maybe soon after I move, because I need to buy a new TV, and I'm gonna buy a PS4 actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, because I want to play Destiny.
Fair enough.
The next 12 months look to be pretty good. I mean, this year's still kind of slim, but I still need to play The Last of Us because I haven't played that and I heard it
Yeah.
was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I could.
Then Destiny comes out, and then
Hokum?
Hokum is on my list of things I will buy.
Yeah. I found out it's for PS3, so I might pick that up.
Yeah,
Well, Maya told me that I need to pick it up.
yeah, fair enough.
So,
Otherwise, I've been playing Divinity: Original Sin.
which looks really cool.
It is really cool. It is, not quite on par with perhaps a Crusader in terms of mechanical depth, but it's not far off. Admittedly, it's an entirely different genre, being a, turn-based RPG in the vein of kind of Baldur's Gates or Icewind Dale, Neverwinter, Forgotten Realms kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's a much deeper kind of combat / puzzle / physics engine system that they have in there, insofar as, there's a lot more intricate ways things can interact. I mean, one of the big, selling points that are, one of the box bullet points for that thing is the elemental interactions, I guess.
Synergy.
Well, synergies and whatever the hell the opposite of synergy is.
Energy.
No.
Menergy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The menergies. Elemental menergies.
I hate you too.
I get that a lot.
Electrolytes, turbolites, more lights than your body has room for.
Just because you're wearing fucking sunglasses. God damn.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's gonna punch me.
Do you mind? Those are my sunglasses.
Oh, here.
No, I don't. I just don't want them to get broken when Brennan finally punches you.
Yeah, but I don't want to get punched.
They don't fit my face.
Really? Too big? Too small?
I don't know. I don't think this one's fit. They don't go around my ears well enough.
They look good on you, though.
Everything looks good on me.
Dang.
I know I do.
You win.
Wow.
You win.
It's really funny because right now you look like somebody trying to hide their identity, considering you're wearing a hat and sunglasses and the bottom half of your face is covered.
By the pop filter.
Yep. I don't know how I can change my voice.
Hi, hello, how's it going?
I am not running to go. I am something.
Snitches get stitches.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Divinity.
As I was saying, the elemental
System.
stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a bunch of different, schools of magic in it. You've got your pyromancy, your aeromancy, your geomancy, your
Earth, wind, water, and fire.
and other
Acid?
stuff.
Acid.
Lightning.
Real acid?
Acid actually falls under geomancy. It's earthy.
Oh, okay.
And lightning tends to fall under aeromancy because it's airy.
Lava?
Fire.
Bunnies.
Earth.
No, well, there is actually, it's one.
Wait, really?
Well, There's the oh dear, segue. There is basically the ability to summon, animals.
Okay.
That certain classes possess, and then there is also the ability to talk to animals, which is a talent you can pick or
Okay.
perk in the vein of something like Fallout.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you summon them, what do they say?
I don't actually know. I've never actually taken both of those in conjunction.
That sounds like something that needs to happen.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
I'm assuming it would be like really cruel and weird.
Actually, it's just based upon all the other animals in that game, probably not, because they're all actually surprisingly erudite. They are all kind of. I mean, a lot of the peasants or village people you will talk to are kind of, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Whereas for instance, the cows that said villagers might be pulling are well-spoken British people.
Well, of course they are.
Yeah, including one psychic cow.
There's a psychic cow.
There's a cow who can tell the future, and when he tries to read yours, he freaks the fuck out.
What the fuck?
I don't know. That game is a really interesting mishmash of taking itself very seriously, incredible self-seriousness, and a complete and utter disregard for
Everything.
its own importance. It's willing to make really, really, really good fun of it, both itself and kind of the trappings of an RPG or a typical fantasy world, which is kind of nice. The writing is fairly well done in a somewhat melodramatic and overblown fare thee well, traveler.
Yeah.
Hail and well met, noble squire kind of way. I don't really appreciate all the emphasis on ye olde.
Terminology.
The emphasis on trying to make it sound ye olde at least. I mean, I'm all for, well-spoken English, but dude.
Yeah, it's kind of the point.
It gets old after a while.
And that's why you lit everybody on fire when I saw you that one time.
You can light a lot of people on fire.
You lit yourself on fire.
I do that too sometimes.
Yeah.
It's still a legitimate strategy. I mean, basically tying back into the elemental stuff, there's a lot of combinations you can do for stuff like there's flaming barrels full of explosive / flammable materials scattered around the landscape, as there often are.
Of course there are.
So you can just send a guy. If you've got a bruiser, a melee guy, a fighter, you can send him forward if he's got very high strength. He can pick it up and throw it at guys. Except even the strongest of people can't throw it too far. So then you have your pyromancer blow it the fuck up, and that tends to have a little bit of backwash.
As it tends to do.
Yeah.
Fire
I've evolved that system slightly by having a dude with telekinesis throw the barrel for me.
That's a better idea.
It works a lot better, yeah.
With telekinesis, do you have to be near the item or
Near-ish.
near-ish? Okay.
You don't have to be holding onto the potentially explosive barrel.
That's the point if it's not explosive.
But it will be. With fire.
Yeah, I mean, you can burn stuff down. I mean, if you need entrance into a place, you can light the door on fire. It's not the most efficient way, and it can also, have perhaps negative repercussions with the town folks.
Yeah, once again, when I was watching you, you were, trying to beat the ever-living piss out of a door. It took fucking forever.
Did my weapons no favor, but it totally got me in.
It broke all your weapons.
Most of them.
And then you just picked the lock and oh, that one worked.
Yeah, shit. I don't know. It's very much a game that you will know immediately whether or not you like or not. If you like Icewind Dale, if you like Neverwinter Nights, if you like those kinds of games, if you like the original Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, and I guess Fallout Tactics, you'll probably like this game. If you like Neverwinter, you'll like this game. So if you like Skyrim, that's no indicator that you might like this game.
Yeah. Well, the battle system, the turn-based battle system, looks really cool.
It is fairly cool, and hot, and stormy, and acidy.
Depending on, what you got selected.
And also full of steel and arrows.
But I've noticed, there's no, grid-based system. It's all just, distance and...
Oh, I mean, there's... it's not broken into such a granularity as to have a grid.
Yeah.
But there is, a definite separation between places you can stand. I mean, it's not fractions of a foot or whatever. It's, one step, one step, one step. It's just not laid out in a grid in the game.
Which I appreciate that.
Yeah, me too, because it actually does allow you to do slightly more fluid movements. I mean, it's not chess effectively.
Yeah.
You're not pulling knight moves or bishop moves where it's, up 3, left 2. It's, towards that guy and then circle around him. And then stab him in the back repeatedly.
As you do.
As you do. And I don't know, it is probably more in the... It is a small party game. It's definitely not an RTS or anything of that nature. You will have a maximum of 4 people in your party.
Cool.
Excuse me. And there is an interesting social element, I guess, between your party members and your primary characters, and your primary characters and quest givers and townsfolks and guard captains and wizards and beggars and other also slightly anthropomorphic clamshells.
What?
Yeah,
That sounds weird.
there's totally a talking clamshell.
Well, you got psychic cows.
Yeah.
Why do you keep leaning in closer to me?
I don't know. It's one of the very first things you encounter in the game, which is kind of a good indicator for the the tone of it, is that you find a clam. I guess, is that a clam? No, it is a clam. Right,
to be.
Jim? No, I don't believe it has a name, but it is, again, a very well-spoken, almost melodramatically Shakespearean in presentation.
Clam.
Yeah. Very flowery language bemoaning the fact that it's been removed from the sea and left awash upon the rocky shores of the beach. And it implores you to return it to whence it came, to the briny embrace of Mother Ocean, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of making this up as I go along right now.
Yeah,
but
good.
that kind of ties into the social aspect of it, because basically when you start the game, you make 2 characters, not 1. And as such, you can actually play them off each other. You can have, neither of them are your main character, quote unquote. They are both your main characters.
Okay.
So they have equal importance in decision making. So you can have one, decide, no, we should totally keep this talking thing and, rip the pearl out of its mouth.
Yeah.
And the other one is, take pity on the poor creature and, boot it back into the sea. And you can actually, play, have arguments with yourself, so to speak. Which can have interesting repercussions, because at no point, I believe, is it possible to, create such a rift between your characters that they will split and fuck off or fight each other. But you can definitely gear their stats that you gain through these social interactions, like pragmatism or, empathy or cold-bloodedness or boldness or, whatever the hell obeyingness is. There was definitely a word that meant that.
Obedience.
Obedience, thank you.
You're welcome.
Obeyiness.
And each of
I'm
those...
taking my dog to obeyiness school.
I'm tired.
Yes, you are.
And basically what that allows you to do is, if you wanted to roleplay these, you can. And in doing so, they will develop certain characteristics which, a +1 to pragmatism, or sufficient pluses to pragmatism, might in fact increase their charisma or their bartering skill or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is fun, because it puts a gameplay twist on what is otherwise just straight role playing.
Okay.
Which is not for everybody. Let's be honest. Not everybody likes to pretend their character is them, or that their, the decision they are making is, important to the story, or anything other than,
like
a
Drader.
game. Yeah, Drader's not somebody who would ever give a shit about that stuff.
Yeah.
But give him the ability to min-max something, he's all for it.
Yeah, fair enough. So there's co-op in the game.
There is multiplayer.
How does that fit into this?
No fucking idea.
Okay,
I've
cool.
done none of it because nobody else I know owns the game.
Fair enough.
As I understand it, basically one of you each take control of one of those characters.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. And that I also could be really fun because, again, you could play off each other quite nicely. It's interesting. It would be actually really interesting to do it that way, considering there are some actions you can take that are not easily undone. Like, for instance, there's a pair of drunk guards who bar your way into the first town you meet, or first town you are destined to go to, and you have the choice to kind of pacify them or straight up murder them.
Okay.
So you can pacify them or pacify them.
Permanently. So is this a binary choice, or can you do other things?
The options that were presented to me were basically, through the choices I made, the options I had at the end were basically go with them peaceably to be interrogated by the wizard, or murder the bitches.
Well, as you do.
I murdered the bitches.
As you do. Okay. Because I mean, I could see like sneaking in.
And what's fantastic, they had a drunken stat, which means while they were much higher level than me, they were incredibly incompetent.
Excellent. That's what happens when you drink.
yeah.
You lower levels.
I don't know to what degree there will be that, the openness to make your own decisions, these kind of things. It is an RPG, so there is definite limits to the freedom you have to approach a problem. They are. But that being said, there are a great many of them.
It definitely appears that there are many choices that could be made.
It's definitely the kind of thing where one of your very first quests is to solve the murder of a counselor in the town that you had to kill some guards to get into, or at least I did.
Yeah.
And there is one way to solve that problem that is completely cut off from anybody who didn't take the pet talking to animals talent, because the dog of the murdered man is hanging out on his grave being all sad and dog-like.
Yeah.
And you can literally bring him articles of clothing from suspicious people that you might have, encountered elsewhere, and have them smell it to see if Jake, his master, is, located, or he can smell Jake on any of those articles. And that's completely, you would have no idea that was ever there if you didn't have that, A, didn't have that talent, and B, didn't talk to that dog.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, on a slightly more mechanical level, I mean, if you encounter a locked door in the midst of your adventuring, you can lock the pick.
Lock the pick, of course.
You can pick the lock, you can bash it down, you can light it on fire, you can find an alternate way, you can, find the key.
Mm-hmm. Who does that?
Yeah.
What is this, Doom?
I don't steal keys.
I don't know. It's a really good game. It's
No point. Otherwise, you end up like in Skyrim with 14 copies of the same goddamn key.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
really do. No, pick the lock every time. Even if you have the key, pick the lock, because fuck it, you're just throwing away experience.
Mm-hmm.
I did not. I opened very few doors in that game.
I still robbed everybody.
Yeah. And put baskets on their heads.
As you do.
That was hilarious when I found that out.
Actually, the key thing reminded me of a thing in the big bank. You can actually find a set of keys for the safe. Like you
Like
get
the vault?
Not the vault.
Okay.
But within the vault.
Okay.
Because within the vault there's a bunch of locked doors, and behind that is where all the goodies are. And so you can either saw through or blow them up or do a drill or whatever, or you can try a key and try a key and try a key. Like, okay, this one worked. Go to the next one. Try the key.
Wow.
It's surprisingly effective, actually.
Fair enough. I mean, it's relatively low risk.
Oh, extremely, especially if you don't have any more favors or explosives and don't have time.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty quick. But
I don't know. What Divinity? I've been playing Heroes of the Storm with Brennan. Just started that today. I actually got into the technical alpha a couple days ago, but no time.
as you do.
I've played, I don't know, a half dozen games at this point, and yeah, it, again, like I said earlier, it solved a lot of the problems I had with League, in that it simplified the things that, while not, how to phrase this, basically, it simplified it without dumbing it down too badly.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's no items,
Yep.
which is an interesting thing to get your head around, which means there's no gold, which means there's no last hitting, which means the laning is actually a lot more based around the macro,
exactly.
the macro push pull of the waves themselves, and just
Killing the other person.
fucking up the other champions. And simultaneously with that, there's a lot more, what feels like a lot more kind of connectivity between the lanes, because in League, at least, to travel between lanes is a fairly arduous endeavor.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, it's in some of the
Really
maps.
quick.
Yeah, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump. And there's a lot more kind of map features, let's say. It's not just jungle lane. It's, jungle... Wow, sorry. It's lane, open bit, mob camp, maybe a vision tower or like a global objective. So it feels a lot more kind of... I don't know. It feels a lot more... Actually, a better way to put it, it feels a lot less confining than League does, insofar as, what you can be doing at any one time, which is basically laning,
Jungling
or dying.
repeatedly.
Yeah.
Which is, in my case, that's what I
Yeah, I'm still not quite out of that phase for Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, you've only played like 3 guys.
Yeah. But it's, with those, that brief experience I've had today, it's definitely got a lot of potential for people like me and maybe people like you who aren't willing to invest, the 1,000 hours it takes to get passable at Dota,
Yeah.
or the 500 hours it takes to get passable at League.
Yeah, and that's... I mean, Dota, I might spend some time. We've been talking about it for so fucking long, but League's just not happening.
Nah.
I can't do it.
Nah.
I can Teemo once in a while, just because Teemo.
They lost me a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for Lyndon. He's still, like, hopelessly addicted.
Yeah. Thought Smite would pull him away.
No.
Smite's really fun.
Now he does League and Smite. Tuesdays, 7 p.m.
He should actually try to get into the alpha, because you can totally stream that.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you?
I've certainly seen video footage of it, yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
Double check that.
Yeah. Yes, I will. But that seems like something that could be interesting and something to do.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know, shit. What else is there? That's all I got for games, but
PAX is coming soon.
PAX is coming soon. I basically move, then I have like 3 days to unpack, and then I'm going to Seattle.
Yep. And I'm also going to Seattle.
Then I'm taking a week or 2 off.
That's a good call. But we are actually going to do our wrap-up thing like we did last time.
Yes. I think, you know what, fuck it. This isn't our last one. That's our last one. Well, that's the last one of, the current run of face-to-face
I will never
gaming.
see any of you ever again.
Oh, you'll be back. Don't worry. We're not closing up the podcast. We're
No.
just, I'm moving, so things have to change.
Yeah, we have to adjust. And that probably means, Google Hangouts or something
Yeah.
regularly, as opposed to, this.
Yeah. I'll see how I don't know what my internet's like at the new place yet.
Andrew has a fiber connection.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Or at least he was trying to get one.
Quinn has one.
Well, that
course
doesn't
Quinn
surprise me.
does.
Quinn has everything.
Yeah.
And a new FRS, too.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, BRZ. He's got
Whatever. Fancy car.
the super version.
Screw you, Quinn.
I love you, Quinn.
I don't know. What are your plans
You're
for the
my favorite.
week?
The week? Pack my shit up.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna play some video games at least.
Yeah. I want to stream when I can.
Okay.
I want to hit up,
Wait, no point in asking this. It's already happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
of these-
still,
yeah.
we're talking amongst ourselves, so feel free to listen. Yeah, I don't know. Want to get Andrew and Berkeley together and play some stuff.
Yeah, we need to get into that.
And live streams and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. More Spelunky.
Hey, if we're doing a live stream,
Yeah.
We'll be awake at a regular hour.
maybe
Thursday.
Thursday.
Wednesday, we're stealing him for drinks.
Yeah, Thursday morning.
Wednesday?
I've got something, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Well, yeah, because it's gonna
Friday
be
morning, I also have something, but also shouldn't be a problem.
Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
What are you playing?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm tentatively in then.
The focus right now is Payday, just because it's like, oh shit, there's cool stuff, and we haven't played it in a long time.
I haven't played Payday in forever. I'd be down for that.
Okay, we could do that,
I'll have to install it again.
or we could, there's a plethora of different games. Your library is
Massive.
exhaustively huge.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, okay. Hopefully that was fun. Hope you enjoyed it, folks.
yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a podcast.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
something.
I'm sorry the last couple have been kind of...
For all anybody knows, they don't know if I've been talking or if I just did a voiceover because you can't see my mouth.
I hate you too.
Oh, Brennan. He's alive!
I don't know. We got anything else?
No.
Not really.
So that's been Face Face Game Podcast, episode 28, I think.
That's what Brennan said. I thought he just pulled it out of his ass.
He said that. I don't know what the number is. I never keep track of the fucking number.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. I'm gonna sleep now.